The opposition NDC has issued a 24-hour ultimatum to Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta for full disclosure on the allegations in the wake of the recent scandal. According to the party, they have intercepted a letter which reveals that Meralco has already offloaded its 39% shares to unknown company Meridian Power Ventures Limited, which was registered in Hong Kong in June last year. In fact, in the said letter, the management of the new company has called for a special urgent board meeting tomorrow to tackle the issue affecting the suspension of PDS plus the resolution on the demand guarantee. We will hear from the minority spokesman on energy, John Jinapo, but first, JoyNews has a copy of the letter.
Unknown to most of you and all of us was that 6 days just after Cabinet approved this deal, a company was incorporated in Hong Kong, known as Meridian Power Ventures. And so whilst they were presenting the agreement to us on the 3rd of July for Parliament to approve, they had already formed another company in Hong Kong, known as Meridian Power Ventures. We have conducted our checks from the authorities in Hong Kong. Yes, this company was incorporated on the 26th of June 2018. We wanted to know the shareholders. They have blacklisted the shareholders of this company. And so, like General was saying, you told us that Meralco has the track record. Meralco has the financial capacity. So how come that 30% has been offloaded to Meridian Power Ventures without approval from Parliament and without the knowledge of Ghanaians? Then when you read the letter again, there's a company they have called Energy. And please listen, when we give you this document, look at the company. The one that owes 19% is Energy. But in the parliamentary document, it is Energia SA. And so who are the owners of these two companies? And how can a company and a consortium that own less majority stake in a consortium decide that they want to restructure it, they want to sack the local partners, and they rather want to deal with the government of Ghana? How can you accuse a consortium of being fraudulent and yet pick just members of that consortium who are foreigners and attempt to work with them? We told you that Amewu had led a 22-member delegation to Manila. We know the hotel he slept in. We know the floor he slept in. And we know the room he slept in. We have details of that meeting, ostensibly to sack the Ghanaian partners and yet keep the foreign partners. And we challenge the Minister of Finance, Mr. Ken Ofori-Atta, who has been spearheading this whole concession and trying to restructure the agreement and trying to restructure the shareholding. We give him 24 hours to come and explain this matter before us. Other than that, we shall use whatever legitimate means to seek redress.
And we also have that letter that I mentioned earlier, and it says, "Dear Honorable Chairperson Intiamo Abedu, please be informed that the foreign shareholders of the PDS consortium, namely Meridian Power Ventures Limited, which owns 30% shareholdings, and A Energy, which owns 19% shareholdings, have called for an urgent special board meeting of PDS on October 18, 2019 to tackle the issues affecting 1. The suspension of the PDS concession, 2. The resolution of the issue on the demand guarantee, and 3. Corporate governance and management processes. Since the negotiation for the turnover of the ECG assets and facilities after the PDS consortium was declared the preferred bidder in the ECG concession, there had been several issues which have arisen in connection with the governance and management of ECG concession as well as the board of PDS, which unfortunately had not been fully addressed, including the prolonged suspension of the license of PDS and the ECG concession and the issue on the demand guarantee. Any further delay in the resolution of these issues will be prejudicial to the best interest of all stakeholders, especially the electricity consumers of Ghana. We would like to give you our assurance that we shall act with dispatch to immediately resolve and address these issues in the special board meeting that we called for, which we trust would enable the immediate restructuring of the PDS board and management towards a more effective governance structure and management. With the support of MIDA and under a restructured PDS, we hope to re-establish the trust and confidence of the government of Ghana and show our capability to fulfill what we have set out to do for the development of the electricity distribution services for the benefit of the good people of Ghana. We seek your indulgence on this matter. Sincerely, and it's signed by Enio B. Asuna, Meridian Power Ventures Limited, Jorge Neto Morgado from A Energy. And this morning on the Super Morning Show, Energy Minister John Peter Amewu denied all the allegations that have been put forward by the NDC. He added that government is not doing any restructuring relating to PDS because there is no official communication before him on the matter.
No, sometimes, and I don't really understand what they meant with that. As an opposition party, we expect them to be extremely on top of issue. Clever and relevant to inform Ghanaians. Every country wants a very strong opposition. But if it is the type of opposition that we're going to have in this country, then I'm really afraid of how Ghanaians will be informed. We've been told they are not able to read. They don't really go into research and bring facts out. I don't really understand what they mean by government restructuring the shareholding. That I saw, which you're talking about, how can Ghana government restructure a foreign shareholding? If two foreign shareholders decided to come together and form an SPV, does that have something to do with government? I have seen the letter where the two foreign companies decided to form an SPV. The whole PDS deal has to do with a local company and a foreign company. The local consortium involves a number of Ghanaian individuals and companies that comes together. The foreign companies also involve a group of foreign companies. Just as the local companies may decide to come together, nothing stops foreign companies also coming together to form an SPV. It makes decision making very easy, and corporate governance is practiced all over the world. I don't understand their concern. More so, government has no direct role in this particular SPV that is forming, the two foreign companies are forming. We have no role in it. We do not direct them to form the SPV in any way, and it's of their own importance, concern. That is why they came out to form that SPV. So how can we be accusing government now that government is restructuring the foreign shareholding? What does that foreign shareholding have anything to do with the shareholding agreement? I don't see it that way, so I am lost. I don't really understand what the minority want to talk about.
And a little later on, we will be bringing you the response to that.